Welcome to Illinois Media School, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest. My name is Giante Ballard. And this is my lady, Miss Annabelle, in the building. I want y'all to make a warm welcome for the one and only, our state representative and Congressman, Lashawn. How you doing today, sir? Happy to have you in the building. Welcome to IMS. As a man of the city, and for the city, of course, for the return and rebirth of positive and safe community relations, tell me how growing up in the Austin area helped mold you into who you are today. And did any of those experiences shape you into becoming possibly a congressman and at one point a teacher?
Yeah, I mean, growing up on the west side of Chicago, I mean, you got some real life lived experiences.
Yes,
so,
sir.
You know, you talk about concrete jungle.
Yeah,
you know,
man, 100%.
It's just the real deal. And if you are able to survive the west side, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You can survive anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a honeymoon wherever you go.
Yeah.
If you go through the west side of Chicago.
I got family on Gladys and Cicero. I grew up all around there, so I definitely know the hills.
But you know something? It's still beautiful.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, to see that culture, it's beautiful to see people hanging out. If we could hang out and be safe.
What's your plans with dealing with the food shortages in the communities? And I also want to ask you about what was your plans about building the curriculum in the school system?
Yeah, one, when we talk about the food shortage, I mean, we have to make sure that we eliminate the deserts. We need to build more grocery stores and affordable, giving people the opportunity to have access to capital to open. We don't have to have these big chains like Jewel or Walmart come in. We know that there are some people that have visions for having fresh fruits and vegetables in big grocery stores. So we have to provide grants to help these small inspiring business open up these big stores.
We got to get back to these mom and pop stores
and expand. I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, when she talks about the farmers market, people really should do pop-up farmers markets. One of the first bills that I did was to say that you could use your link card at farmers market. That was my bill. That's a good idea. That's a good idea to start popping up those fresh fruits and vegetable stands on the in the city.
So what about actually, you know, like when you ride through certain neighborhoods, you see blocks empty, vacant lots. Like, what is your plans on rebuilding the communities? Just, you know, housing.
Yeah, I think rebuilding the community will eliminate a lot of problems in our neighborhoods. It'll reduce crime, it'll increase property values,
give us places to work.
Give us places to work. That's why I want trade schools back in the city of Chicago so that we can have.
A lot of kids need to work construction.
They cut out funding in 2012.
Right, they cut the funding for it, but we need to bring back the trades.
Because there's a lot of schools and kids that don't have shop class, don't have mechanics class.
I don't know who's got it in the city of Chicago.
So what happened? Why would they cut important programs like that?
I could answer that for you. So in 2012, they put approximately like 3 or 4 million into CPS, and they put more money into the jail system.
That's it. They invest more in the prison industrial complex, and that's bad. I was just in Rolling Meadows, and I was in Palatine, and these high schools, they actually have something for all of the students' desires. I actually went in automotive. I went in a classroom where they were teaching culinary arts. I went in a classroom where they were teaching welding. I went in a classroom where they were actually a beauty school.
Yes, opportunities to mold.
But out there, but not in the city. So we have to have.
I had maybe 2 of those things in my school.
Did you?
Yeah.
I went to a school in Harvard, Georgia. It's like 45 minutes outside of Atlanta. Like when I was a junior in high school, my mom sent me with my stepmom, my little brothers on my dad's side, and they got all of the hairdressing, automotive.
Stuff you have to go to college and extra schools for is right there.
It's right there. We're going to have that in the city. I mean, we have to have it because not everybody want to go to college.
Yeah, and it's a mass population of people that all want to do different things. Not everybody wants to go straight to college. And we've shown, we've shown as a people and as an entrepreneurship, not only just in Illinois, but as a country, we can do and achieve multitudes of things with or without, what we would consider regular schooling. That's not to go against furthering higher education. Obviously, we're here at Illinois Media School, but even this is a separate avenue from your average college or university, which still provides those multitudes of avenues to succeed.
But it's for some people.
Yeah, of course.
And we already know that going to a 4-year university, you're going to be saddled with more debt.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you're gonna have a high-paying job.
Yeah.
But we know that when you have a career and you go do trades, those careers pay more than sometimes first-year attorneys.
So one thing I also found as I was doing my research about you, you are a 2018 Nelson Mandela Award winner for a Justice Honoree for fighting for peace and equality on the west side of Chicago. I want to give a quick round of applause to that. To win an illustrious award like that, it is no small feat. I wanted you to tell us a little bit more about that and how that accomplishment came about.
You know, one of the things that I got elected on was fighting for people in the space of reentry.
100%.
And we already know what the country did to President Mandela. They incarcerated him for over 20, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And so, and he still became president.
Right.
And so my thing is, one of the first things that I did when I got elected, I eliminated the box off the application so people would have the right to apply for a job. Yes. I also did allow for people to get their felonies sealed. So people could get their felonies sealed. They can't get them expunged, but they can get them sealed.
So the reason after 7 years, such and such can get his record sealed.
Yes.
But it's an exception, right? Because it can't be like the child, what is it?
Oh, you're right. You can't, no sex offenses. But there have been people with Class X felonies that's gotten their records sealed.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do. So my thought is, in this community where we know most of the people come back from prison, there is really
no opportunities for them unless they can.
Yep.
And that's a big thing.
And that's why Nelson Mandela, I mean, if you just give people opportunity, there's no telling what they would be. I mean, President Mandela had an opportunity. Look, he became president, regardless to what his history.
And if you only view somebody as a prisoner or ex-prisoner, you'll never get more out of them than that. And it shows all the time, and not just the entertainment industry, but a bunch of other industries where people have thrived even through having a history of downtrodden times and mishaps and circumstances.
Who could be better for fixing America than people that have had challenges?
100%.
I mean, lived experiences.
100%. My last question for you, Ed, before we get out of here, are there things that you learned during your 2019 mayoral campaign that have helped you in Congress as far as how you approach discussions about changing your community? And are you interested in a possible re-entry into our mayoral campaign?
Well, I would say getting across the city, seeing this city, everybody's hurting in some way.
Yeah.
And I realize, regardless of what communities you're from, everybody's got problems, and there's poverty everywhere. And so I learned that the only way we're really going to be able to heal as a city is if we recognize and respect each other.
100%.
And I think that we can do that. Yeah, we all believe the same. Yeah. And so that taught me more about how we got to be one city.
Yeah.
It's a tale of two cities, but regardless, if you live in Lincoln Park, you better be concerned about people in Austin.
Yeah.
If you live in downtown Chicago, you better be concerned about people in Inglewood.
Because it's right up the street.
It's right up the street. We're in it together.
Yeah, 100%.
I would love to be the mayor of the city of Chicago to reverse some of the institutional racism that we have in the city. And gotta go in a different direction.
A lot of people won't even speak on that institutional racism. It's a lot of that not only in our community, as far as Chicago, but Illinois as a whole, that requires a lot of reform. And a lot of people will look at some of the younger youth and their complaints towards, legislation or things of that nature, and consider it as just random outcry. But you seem to be very in tune with that and understand that some of these claims and concerns are not unwarranted.
You know what? If we don't address deliberately and intentionally the black problem, this city will never heal. We have to have a mayor that knows that we got to go after the black issues that we're living with as black people that were created by a system.
Yeah.
So, and I learned that white people, everybody want to help, but they got to be given an opportunity. George Floyd was a perfect example where white people was like, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
But black people didn't come together to put something strong together to bring them in so that we could fix the problem. But they're ready.
So not only are you a congressman, but you were a former basketball coach?
Yeah, I had fun coaching at the elementary level.
Yeah.
In fact, I ran into one of my students. He sold me some shirts. And he was like, Mr. Ford, it's me, Rob. So I used to teach and I coached. And in fact, he actually texted me the other day about his son saying, Mr. Ford, he don't have the fire and the desire like we had. I said, well, make sure he's doing what he want to do.
Right.
Not what you want him to do.
Right, that's it right there.
Because
you have to try. That's what I want my kids to do. You try things and try more things. Because you never know what you're going to like. You never know what you're going to be good at.
Yeah.
100%.
That's right. I mean, you should support kids to do what they want to do so that they could be great at what makes them happy, not what we want them to do.
And a lot of parents, they say they put their fears, they limit to what another person can do. And that's just people in general.
Man, I feel it. I'm a father. My daughter's 17, and my limitations, I have to be intentional about not placing it on my daughter.
That's very true.
You know, it's easy for us to say, that's all. No, you got to open it up, like you said. Let them try everything.
Right.
You know, and that's how they're going to find themselves, because they don't really have an understanding.
Yeah, I just want to say that I appreciate you for, taking the initiative to put back in trade classes in school.
You guys going to help me fight for it?
Oh man,
that's serious.
That's something we're fighting for.
Yeah, 100%, because we need that.
Exactly. So what y'all doing? You guys got to support this initiative. We're going to have something at the Thompson Center tomorrow.
Oh, definitely.
Y'all should come.
I would love that.
I'm going to give y'all the information. It's youth speaking at the Thompson Center. You guys will have the ability to speak up and talk about that trade issue.
Hey, how's it going, man? It's your boy G Ballard here, live from Illinois Media School, checking in. We're here at the Thompson Convention Center. We just came down for the Youth Summit with Senator Congressman Lashawn Ford. Had some time to sit down and talk to the youth about their plans to help the Chicago city. Powerful summit to sit down and speak and hear from not only the youth, but some of our older people in the community, but more specifically the youth about what they want to do to change and improve our community, everything from our schools to the places we live and the food we eat. Louis, how'd you feel about the summit? Go for it.
Yeah, it's Louis Lord from Illinois Media School. See, what I got from the summit was basically we all want change. We tired of dealing with the same thing for generations, and something got to change. Something got to give. With these food deserts, schools ending, schools closing down. It's just, they really out here for the people, So it was a good summit,
Yeah, definitely. Powerful summit. We actually have a couple of guests we'll be bringing on shortly. We have Taylor Norwood and a couple of great guest speakers, some really young, powerful voices for the community.
Yo, what's up? It's Louis Lord with Illinois Media School, and I got Taylor Norwood with Good Kids Mad City.
Hey everybody, it's Taylor G.
I heard that you are expecting or hoping to expect the CPS to spend 3% to rebuild the community around the schools and actually help these kids out. And
Yes. So that is actually the bigger peace book ordinance that we're doing, not specifically CPS, but we are asking the mayor's office to cut 3% of CPD's budget, which is $1.8 billion and climbing every year, which comes out to about a little under like couple $1 million. Not too much to ask. Those resources will be going, one, to fund, again, the things that are going on in the school. Though that funding will go towards planning different trips, different events, getting different resources for those kids, but that funding will also go towards the separate or the outer community aspect of the peace book, which will be us being those community members, engaged community members, are going out and we're seeking out these gang members, these leaders on these blocks, these elders, and we're really instilling in them what creating a peaceful environment and safety in our communities looks like. We want to pay them, starting at $50,000, we want to pay people a livable wage to actually be the ones in their community, because nobody knows community like the people from community. So we want to these people to go out, to be the ones telling each other, going and knocking on their neighbors' doors, watching after the kids, standing on the corners while kids going to stores, while they're coming from school, while they're going to school, and really incentivizing a peaceful community, a peaceful habitat, not just for themselves, but for everybody around them.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, it's a lot of corrupt policing going on in the neighborhoods. It's been going on, but now we got cameras to record it and actually broadcast it to the world.
I really appreciated being invited out to this summit. Real big appreciation to Lashawn Ford for inviting Illinois Media School out here to cover this. Mr. Ford, we thank you for coming in. G Ballard, Miss Annabelle.
Yes.
Hendricks.
All right.
Thank y'all for coming in to Illinois Media School. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
You guys are doing great things.